Yes, dear student, now let us start with the next chapter, that is P block elements. So last year we have studied the P block elements, that is a group 13 and a 14. Okay. Now this year we are having a P block elements, that is a group 15, 16, 17 and 18. Okay. So here also we are going to discuss same what we have discussed in last year, some of the properties, the trend, then some manufacturing of nitric acid, ammonia, then sulfuric acid, okay, then hydrochloric acid, some properties of those compounds that we are going to study here. As far as the exam point of view, here we are having about a 10 marks question. That is a one question of on 18th group, that is a noble gases, that is in part A, 1 mark. Then 3 questions on 3 marks, that is 15th group, 16th group and 17th group. Okay, so let us study first here with the 15th group elements. Okay, so elements, P block elements, they are on the right side of the periodic table. Most of these P block elements are solids, liquid or gases also, and we are having almost all type of elements here, that is metals, non-metals, metalloids. Okay, so let us study first here 15th group elements. So 15th group elements consist of nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony and bismuth. So 15th group elements, it is having is also known as a nitrogen family. So first element is a nitrogen, then phosphorus, then arsenic, antimony and bismuth. Okay, let us study some properties of these elements. So nitrogen, atomic number 7 with the symbol nitrogen N, phosphorus P, atomic number 15, arsenic 33, AS, antimony 51, SB, bismuth 83, Bi. If you observe here the general electronic configuration or electronic configuration, all the elements ends with the P3 and penultimate, that is a orbital, S orbital 2. Okay, so therefore we can write its general electronic configuration is a noble gas NS2 NP3. Okay, and same way what you have studied in earlier classes, the radii, atomic radii or ionic radii increases down the group, because as the atomic number increases, number of shell increases, therefore a radius also increases. Since the radius increases, ionization and energy also, so if you observe here, decreases, because the distance between the nucleus and the outermost electron increases, so ionization enthalpy increases. And one more thing here, if you observe, p orbital is half filled. Half filled is more stable. Therefore, when you compare with the 14th group, ionization enthalpy of 15th group elements are more, or it is higher side. Electronegativity, so it decreases down the group. Okay, so the same thing, just once again, general electronic configuration, noble gas NS2 NP3, atomic and ionic radii increases down the group. The reason we know, already we have studied in the first PUC, because atomic number increases, the number of shell increases, hence the radius increases. Ionization enthalpy decreases because the size increases. Since the size increases, ionization enthalpy decreases. One more thing here important is due to extra stable half-filled p orbital, ionization enthalpy of group 15 elements are much greater than group 14, because the reason is a half-filled p orbital. Okay, then electronegativity, it decreases down the group. Electronegativity decreases down the group. Next is the physical properties. So in physical properties, we are having the state, that is it a metal or solid, liquid? Okay. Then metallic properties. Then some allotropes of this. Okay. First one, physical property, dinitrogen is a diatomic gas, while all others are a solid. Nitrogen is a diatomic gas, while others are a solid. Except nitrogen, all elements shows allotropes. We know allotropes means having the same chemical property but physical properties are changing. Okay, allotropes. Then nitrogen and phosphorus are non-metals. Nitrogen and phosphorus are non-metals, where arsenic and antimony are metalloids and bismuth is a metal. Okay, so this comes under some physical property. And here also the melting point and boiling point, it increases down the group. So these are some of the physical properties. Now let us go for the how it occurs. These elements occurs in the nature, in which form? So nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony and bismuth, how they occur in the nature. So let us take first the nitrogen. So nitrogen, we see that in the atmosphere, nitrogen is about 78% of nitrogen is there in the atmosphere by volume. Okay, that is in the gaseous form. But it can also, nitrogen can also exist in the other form in the earth crust. ಭೂಮಿ ಒಳಗಡೆನೇ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ nitrogen. How it occurs? That is occurs in the form of a nitrate, that is a sodium nitrate, that is called as a chili saltpeter, and a potassium nitrate, KNO3, potassium nitrate, that is also known as a Indian saltpeter. Other than this, ಭೂಮಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮತ್ತು ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆಗೂ ನಮಗೆ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. In plants and animals we can find the nitrogen. How it occurs in the plants and animals? ಮನುಷ್ಯನಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ಅಥವಾ ನಾವು ಗಿಡಗಳಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ನಾವು ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕಾಣ್ತೇವೆ. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣ್ತದೆ? ಇಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ಸ್. In the form of a protein it exists. So this is how the nitrogen occurs in the nature. So occurrence of nitrogen occurs about 78% by volume. Then in the earth crust it exists as a sodium nitrate, NaNO3, chili saltpeter, and a potassium nitrate, KNO3, Indian saltpeter. It exists in the plants and animals also. It occurs as in the form of a proteins form ದಲ್ಲಿ proteins ದಲ್ಲಿ nitrogen ಇರ್ತದೆ. Okay, so this is about how it occurs, nitrogen. Then phosphorus exists as a phosphate. So it occurs as a mineral apatite family, that is a calcium 9 ile phosphate 6 Ca9PO4 6 dot calcium X2. X means a halogen, that is a fluorine chlorine or OH group also. So that is the apatite family. Then it occurs in a milk also. We can find phosphorus in milk, egg and bones of the animal and human being also. It contains a phosphorus. So this is about how it occurs, the phosphorus. Then the remaining three elements, that is arsenic, antimony and bismuth. Arsenic, antimony and bismuth exist or occurs in the nature in the form of sulfide minerals. It exists in the form of sulfide minerals. So this is some physical properties, some trend, as well as how it occurs in the nature. Okay, so now let us go for some chemical properties. Yes, now let us go for the chemical properties. So we know the chemical property depends upon its number of electrons or electronic configuration or oxidation state. So now if you observe here electronic configuration of p block elements, we can find that the outermost electrons or it is a ns2np3 means it is having a, it can give these 3 electrons, or it can take a 3 electrons to get this p6 orbital, or it can give all these 5 electrons, 2 plus 3 5. So therefore the common oxidation state of these p block elements are -3, +3 and plus 5. So common oxidation state is a -3, +3 and +5. Okay, if it gives all the 5 electrons, then it is a +5. If it gives only the p orbital electrons, then it is a +3, or if it gains the 3 electrons, so then it is a -3. So common oxidation state is this. Now -3 oxidation state decreases down the group. So means from nitrogen to nitrogen to bismuth. When you go down the group, -3 oxidation state decreases, means the tendency of forming -3 oxidation state it goes down, or when you go down the group it decreases. Okay. Similarly, when you go for the stability, means which is more stable, stability of +5 oxidation state decreases down the group, means when you go from a nitrogen to bismuth, if the compounds which is exhibiting a +5 oxidation state, their stability is decreases as you go down the group. Okay, so then next, what about the +3 oxidation state? Okay. Stability of +3 state increases down the group when you go from a nitrogen to bismuth. +3 oxidation state increases down the group, means bismuth in +3 oxidation state is a more stable, or its stability is a more. One more exception is there, bismuth pentafluoride, that is a bismuth pentafluoride. This is also stable. We have mentioned +5 oxidation state decreases, but this is an exception. So normally CET they will ask such questions. The BiFi is a stable, but it is nothing but here a pentavalent state, but this is the exception for that. Okay. Similarly, when you go for the nitrogen exhibit +1, +2, +4 oxidation state when it reacts with the oxygen, means oxides. Okay, further we are having these details in this. So nitrogen, when it forms a nitrogen dioxide, peroxide or a pentoxide like that, so when there exists a +1, +2, +4 oxidation state, when it reacts with the oxygen, so nitrogen exhibit these positive oxidation state also when it reacts with the oxygen. Similarly, phosphorus also shows a +1 and +4 oxidation state when it forms an oxo acids. Okay. So here one of the thing is here, nitrogen is restricted to form a maximum covalency is 4, because only 4 orbitals means what, 1s and 3p orbitals. If you observe its electronic configuration, so that is nitrogen is having a s orbital and 3p orbitals, px, py, pz and s orbital, so that is 4. Okay. So nitrogen is restricted to a maximum covalency 4, since only 4 orbitals are available for bonding. But when you go for phosphorus or arsenic or antimony, so d orbitals are also involved, so therefore it will exceed more than a 4, that is a 5, 6 no above. Okay, so that is how you can explain about this. So this, based on these, the chemical property also changes. Now let us go for the first reactivity towards a hydrogen. All elements forms the hydrides of the type of EH3. E means what here? 15th group elements, that is a nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, and bismuth. Okay, hydride. So for example, NH3, PH3, ASH3, SbH3, BiH3. So like there's a lit form. So here also normally they will ask a CET question or 1 mark question. The trends, very important here. The stability of these hydride decreases from ammonia to bismuth. Means the stability decreases. See here the stability of a hydride means this is a less stable. This is more stable, this is less stable. Stability hydride decreases means bismuth hydride is a less stable. It will immediately decompose, whereas ammonia is a more stable. Okay. So this also indicates that dissociation enthalpy. So dissociation enthalpy, based on the dissociation enthalpy we can explain this. Okay. Next one is a reducing character of a hydride increases. See the decrease agutte, whereas a reducing character of these hydride, that is ammonia, ammonia and bismuth hydride. So trend, the reducing character of hydride increases. It increases, which implies that last hydride, that is bismuth hydride, BiH3, is the strongest reducing agent, whereas ammonia is a weak reducing agent agutte. Okay. So then also we can say the basicity of hydride decreases. So basicity is directly proportional to here, that is the stability of a hydride. So decreases, this also decreases. Yaud increase agutte, reducing character increase agutte. So this is about the reaction with the hydrogen. It forms a hydride and it's a stability. We must know the stability of these hydrides. Okay. Next is a reactivity towards a oxygen. How it reacts with the oxygen? So it forms a two type of oxides. So when it reacts with the oxygen, that is nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. So they react with the oxygen to form a two types of oxides, that is a E2O3 and a E2O5. So it forms a E2O3 and a E2O5. E andre anili, so E andre nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic. So that is a 15th group element. N2O3, N2O5, P2O3, P2O5. So like that. Now if you observe here, what is the oxidation state of E here? This oxygen is -2 into 3, -6. -6 idu +6 agಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು +3 oxidation state ಆಯ್ತು. Similarly idu +5 oxidation state ಆಯ್ತು. Means we can say that they react with oxygen with oxidation state of +3 and +5. Okay. So now what about the oxides of these oxides properties? Okay. Oxides in higher oxidation state is a more acidic than that of a lower oxidation state. Oxides in a higher oxidation state is a more acidic than that of a lower oxidation state. Higher oxidation state andre yavudaitu +5 is a higher oxidation state. +3 is a lower oxidation state. So +5 higher oxidation state is a more acidic. So this is a acidic aitu than that of this. For example, if I take a E2O5 and E2O3 ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ, so E2O5 is a more acidic, N2O5 and N2O3, which is more acidic. So higher oxidation state is a more acidic than that of lower oxidation state. Okay. So the next is acidic character decreases down the group. Means nitrogen oxides are more acidic than the phosphorus oxides or arsenic oxides or antimony or bismuth. So decreases, acidic character decreases down the group. Next, when you go for the E2O3 type of oxides, now E2O3 type of oxides ಅಷ್ಟೇ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ nitrogen and phosphorus are purely acidic. E2O3, that is what we can say is a N2O3 and P2O3. Oxides are purely acidic, while that of arsenic and antimony are amphoteric. Amphoteric andre it shows both acidic as well as a basic character. and bismuth is a basic. Okay, so the E2O3, the E2O5, E2O3 type of oxides of nitrogen phosphorus are purely acidic, that of arsenic antimony are amphoteric, and bismuth is a basic. So this is about the acidic oxides reaction with the oxygen. Now let us go for the next is a reactivity towards halogens. So it forms two types of halides. These elements can form two types of halides, that is a EX3 and EX5. That is example PCl3, PCl5, just to remember. Okay, so it can form two types of halides. These elements react to form two types of halides, EX3 and EX5. So nitrogen does not form a pentahalide. Why? Because of a non-availability of d orbitals. So we cannot have nitrogen pentahalides. Okay, NCl5 illa, chances illa, NF5 barudilla. So nitrogen does not form a pentahalide. Okay, pentahalides are more covalent than trihalides. So this is a pentahalide, this is a trihalide. So pentahalides are more covalent, sharing of electrons, covalent in nature than the trihalides. So these are important for objective type questions. Use application, you have to apply these things. Pentahalides are more covalent than trihalides. Next, all trihalides are stable except nitrogen trihalide. Nitrogen trihalides are unstable, whereas all trihalides are stable. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ಬಟ್ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಟ್ರೈಫ್ಲೋರೈಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್. ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಟ್ರೈಹಲೈಡ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅನ್ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಟ್ರೈಫ್ಲೋರೈಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್. ಇಂಥದ್ದೇ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸನ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ಟ್ರೈಹಲೈಡ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ stable except nitrogen trihalides. So except nitrogen trihalides are all trihalides are stable, but nitrogen trifluoride is a stable, means other, that is a NCl3 unstable, NBr3 is unstable, fluorine ಅಷ್ಟೇ stable ಇದೆ, chlorine, bromine, iodine ಇದೆ unstable, nitrogen tri. Okay, then lastly the reactivity towards that is a metals. So all these elements react with the metals to form a binary compound exhibiting a -3 oxidation state. When it reacts with the metal, it forms a -3 oxidation state. Okay, so for example we have taken here calcium, that is S block element calcium. It reacts with calcium metal to form a nitrogen, forms a calcium nitride, calcium phosphide, sodium arsenide, zinc antimonide, magnesium bismuthite. So it forms a such type of a metal halides. Metal reacts with the metals to form these nitride. Nitrogen idre nitride agutte, phosphorus idre phosphide agutte, arsenide agutte, antimonide bismuthide. So this is the reactivity of 15th group elements, that is a reaction with the hydrogen, reaction with oxygen, reaction with the halogens, and a reaction with the metals. So this is about general properties. In the next we are going to take the preparation properties of a dinitrogen.